What is going on, everyone? How are you all doing? It has been a little bit. I know my streams have been a little more spaced apart recently, but you know, life happens. You got to do adult stuff. You got to work, all that jazz. You know how it goes. But I appreciate you all tuning in to what is, I think, the first stream in like 2 or 3 weeks. It is Dirt Bristol, baby. It is this weekend. It just seems like yesterday the announcement came that they're going to be racing on dirt for the first time in 50 plus years. And that time has finally come. This Sunday, March 28th, I believe the date is. Yes. The NASCAR Cup Series will be racing on the dirt surface of Bristol Motor Speedway, marking the first dirt race for the NASCAR Cup Series in 51 years. And in classic Cody H gaming tradition, with the power of NR2003, we are going to be replicating, predicting, or simulating, if you will, what the results of this inaugural Bristol dirt race might look like. So without further ado, fasten your seatbelts, grab a drink, grab a snack. Let's hear who your favorite driver is that you want to see win this race is in the chat. Truly appreciate having you all in here. And without further ado, let's get on. Oh, we got a super chat already. BenPie1024. It is god dang dirt, 100% not clickbait. You are indeed correct. Thank you for the super chat, BenPie. Always good to have your support in the chat. Let's get into this. The reason you're all here. Where the hell's my alerts at?
And the 99 has turned over Brad Keselowski.
And we have a caution. So, there is no up-to-date version of Dirt Bristol yet. I'm sure one will probably be made in the not-too-distant future. I can only assume. But that being said, we are going to be using John Norton's, a.k.a. Wild Customs Cars, 2001 version. It's a great version, modeled after the 2001 Dirt Nationals they had back then when the World of Outlaws were racing on the dirt surface. This car set, it's just one I threw together around the Daytona 500 time. I took out some Daytona 500 entries. If we actually use the right one. There we go. I took out some Daytona 500 entries, such as like Kaz Grala, Noah Gragson, Austin Cindric, some of those guys. But aside from that, it's just miscellaneous 2021 cars in this car set that you can find mostly through Stunod Racing. Lefty and a couple other good guys on there paint a couple small car sets every now and then. I just threw a couple of those together. All right. I will stop rambling and get on with the streaming. So we're not even going to hit qualify. We're just going to jump right to the race. And yeah, like the Daytona 500 prediction stream, this is going to be a simulation. I will not be partaking in the racing for this one. I don't want to be anyone's favorite driver and end up screwing up their race. Or even if I pick a fictional car, I don't want my lack of driving ability to screw up one of the AI cars, which is ultimately a real-life driver. So, I will not be interfering in this way, in this race in any way whatsoever, with the exception of commentating and spectating. That being said, let's jump right into the race. All right, so you can see our starting order, the grid. Full screen this. Here we go. All right, so we got Martin Truex Jr. on the front row, and then on his outside is Kurt Busch. Let's figure out our cameras here. There we go. And then the second row consists of Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott. Third row is Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick. 4th row on the inside, William Byron. On his outside, Bubba Wallace. Then we got Ryan Blaney. Hold on, wrong way. There we go. Then we got Ryan Blaney. It's been a bit. You'll have to bear with me, sorry. And Eric Almirola, Matt DiBenedetto, Kyle Larson. Then we got Christopher Bell, Alex Bowman, Anthony Alfredo, and then Michael McDowell. Got Corey LaJoie. On his outside is Chase Briscoe. So the 3 dirt guys, Briscoe, Larson, and Christopher Bell, are all pretty far back. Then we got Denny Hamlin and Chris Buescher. Then followed by Cole Custer, Ryan Newman, Joey Logano, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I believe that's Cody Ware in the 51. Daniel Suarez in the 99. Is that Josh Balicki in the 52? And then Joey Gase in the 53. Yeah, there we go. Then Austin Dillon in the 3. Ross Chastain, Eric Jones. Then we got... Who was that in the 52 in the very back? Joey Gase, that's right. My memory stinks. All right, let's get into this. Let's accelerate to the start of this race. All right, who is your pick to get the win for this inaugural Bristol Dirt Race?
Drivers, start your engines. Is that okay?
I want to see your all predictions in the chat. And as great as NR2003 is, there is its certain limitations. One of which being there will be no stage breaks in this race. It's just going to be traditional 250 laps. And yeah, so aside from that, we got cautions on, we got double file restarts on. And yeah, here we go. A simulation, if you will, of the 2021 Bristol Dirt Race. The pace car pulls in. The pole sitter, Martin Truex Jr., sees the green flag. And that was a hell of a timed stream alert. Thank you so much, Ben Pie 1024. Did you say Brian Laney? I might have. If I did, I apologize to Brian Laney. And meanwhile, Martin Truex Jr. pulls ahead. Gets out to the early lead. Brad Keselowski is peeking on his inside. Will he be there? Oh, he is. He's making it a battle on the second lap. We're already 2 laps in. Brad Keselowski looks to the inside. He will lead that lap. And just like that, Brad's out to the lead. So our outside pole sitter out front. And he gets a decent jump right away. Let's try switching camera angles here. Here we go. Look at the dirt coliseum. You love to see it. So Keselowski out front. Truex Jr. still right there. Looks like Truex is starting to reel him back in a little bit. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch is in 3rd place. Here comes Truex again. And it looks like we're going to have another lead change. If this bottom can stick for Truex, it looks like it's going to. So, already we've had 2 green flag lead changes. We're only 5 laps in. Looks like it's between Keselowski and Truex so far. Let's go back and switch camera angles once again. They are 2-3 wide back in the field. Let's go back by Chase Elliott. We saw he was 3 wide at one point. He's good now. Yeah, Bubba Wallace keeps getting sent 2-3 wide. He looks on the inside of Kurt Busch. Let's get a wide shot of the dirt coliseum here. Still the same 3 out front. Truex, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Busch. Meanwhile, our 3 dirt guys, Chase Briscoe, Kyle Larson, and Christopher Bell, are all pretty far back. Not a single one of them are in the top 15, it looks like. It looks like Where's the 14 at? 14 is in 23rd. The 5 is in 21st. Where's the 20 at? The 20 is in 15th. All right, so Christopher Bell is the best out of the quote-unquote dirt guys right now. Let's work our way back up front. Truex continues to lead. Keselowski gained a little bit on that last lap. Meanwhile, we're already 12 laps in. Wonder how soon lap traffic's going to become a factor here. Still clear track in front of Truex for now. But for how long? Yeah, Truex is continuing to have a dominating performance, but this is a long race. Anything can change. I believe they will have to get fuel at some point with a race this long. And anything can happen once they start to catch lap traffic. Let's go on board with Brad Keselowski as he looks back towards Kyle Busch. Got a good battle for fifth going on here with with Kurt Busch, Bubba Wallace, and Joey Logano. Bubba fending off fifth from Joey and Kurt. Chris Buescher with a solid performance right now in fourth position. Meanwhile, back up front, your big three, if you will, in Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, and your leader, Martin Truex Jr. Let's go an aerial view from, let's go on board with Air Spanky as we ride on board with our leader as he continues to click away laps. Let's check who last place is right now. Ross Chastain is currently in last position. So unless a caution comes out at some point, he will be the first car to go a lap down. And you can see he's still got about a straightaway on Truex. So he's not at risk of going a lap down anytime soon. But Truex, with that clear track in front of him, continuing to click away with these laps, he should catch Chastain not too long. Go back. This battle for second, not really a battle. Kyle Busch has made his way into second. I believe that's changed since the last time I saw it. It looked like Brad was in second the last I checked. And also, looks like Bubba took fourth spot away from Chris Buescher right here. Right on board with Bubba as he makes this pass. Oh, both Kyle and Bubba made their passes on second and fourth place, respectively, at the same time. All right, back to present. And yeah, obviously this isn't going to be perfect dirt physics. Obviously it's going to be NR dirt, so take that with a grain of salt. And on board with our leader, he continues to click away laps. You can see the lap cars towards the tail end of the field, or what are soon to be lap cars if it stays green here. They're at risk of going a lap down if we're green for another 10 or 15 laps. So Truex continuing to dominate here at the inaugural Bristol dirt race. But we're only 10% in. Anything can happen. It's a long race. Meanwhile, back here, it looks like Bubba might start to be challenging for third place. Bubba getting underneath Brad Keselowski. Bubba up to third. It's right on board with Darrell Wallace Jr. You can see the leader up there on the straightaway. Second place, Kyle Busch in front of him. And Bubba get up there and challenge Kyle Busch. It's running a slightly lower line than Kyle in this turn. Meanwhile, let's go up 2 cars. On board with Martin Truex Jr. He is about to put some cars a lap down. Meanwhile, Bubba just making a pass on Kyle Busch in second place. Let's rewind on board with Bubba for that. Looks like Kyle just checks up a little bit. Bubba drives it in. And makes the pass. Bubba Wallace up at the second place. Meanwhile, Ross Chastain is the first car a lap down. I'll get back to the TV cams. Here we go. So now they're going to start picking away the leaders for the lap cars. Daniel Suarez the next to go a lap down. The 23 in hot pursuit behind him. Let's go on board with Bubba again. He is hot on Truex's heels. You know what? We're already 40 laps into this thing. So there's a few lead changes early on, but it's been the Truex Jr. show ever since. Here comes Bubba Wallace on the inside of Truex as he's getting held up by a lapped car. Bubba to the lead. Finally, Truex is able to get underneath Joey Gase. So the 23, or 2311 Racing out front, leading laps here at the Bristol Dirt Track. You love to see it. Here comes Truex Jr. He is right behind him. He's not going to let him get away. My phone is frozen right now. So Truex Jr. continuing to go through the lap traffic a little slower than Bubba's able to. And Brad Keselowski is in fourth. Or is he in sixth now? Kyle Busch is in third. Brad is still in fifth. Got Kurt Busch in fourth. Here's the battle for the lead. It's going to be who can navigate through the lap traffic the best. Truex and Bubba right here. Truex back to the lead. And there's Kyle in the background, that bright green neon car. He's in third. So Truex Jr. takes the lead back on lap 47. But Bubba's hungry and he's going to be right behind him. Truex Jr. is closing in on Austin Dillon. Will be the next car to go a lap down. So right now there are 6 cars a lap down. Only 31 made it into the show. There's the 2 best Pro Shops cars. Side by side with each other. I guess I should have looked at the entry list before this race started. Truex Jr. Gonna start to reel down Corey LaJoie to be the next car lap down. Let's go on board with Martin Truex Jr. as we look back towards Bubba Wallace. Looks like the 23 is getting a little bit of a run here. Let's go on board with the 23. Yeah, Truex is getting held up by the 7. Corey LaJoie. Truex is able to make his way underneath him. There's Bubba as well. The next car, they're about to put a lap down, will be Michael McDowell, this year's Daytona 500 winner. Hello everyone tuning in on YouTube and Twitch. It's great to have you here. This is probably going to be a fairly boring race. At least the NR version will be. As we still got like 75% of the race to go, and we already got like a quarter of the field a lap down. I'd say more than a quarter of the field. Put it out. Put out the caution. Kurt Busch has passed Kyle Busch. Thank you for pointing that out, Donnie. As you can see on the ticker, the number 1 car has moved up into 3rd place. Let's go back, see if we can find Kurt. Here we go. Here's your 3rd place car. Coming to try to lap the 3. Back out front. Continue to have Truex being chased by Bubba. Yeah, this is just going to be a battle of attrition. I'm not sure if they'll have to make pit stops or not. I'm not sure if they'll have to pit for fuel. They might. 23 is able to get underneath the 41 cleanly. He is tracking down the 19 fast. The 19 is going to be held up by the 47, as well as the 24 here shortly. This is a great battle for the lead, folks. '23 looking underneath the 19. We're gonna have another lead change here. And the 23 back into the lead. It's like our 5th lead change. All under green. And the 23 able to power underneath the 42 of Ross Chastain. And he is checked out. I do have the cautions on, so if there is an incident, we will get a caution, but I'm not sure if we'll get that unless one of the AI like glitches out. So we've currently got about 10 cars a lap down. So we've got basically a third of the field a lap down already. It's probably pretty accurate as far as people getting lapped if we were to stay green this long. You never know. What are some close battles on track we got? Looks like 6th through 8th are pretty close to each other. Let's go take a look at Harvick. Harvick, Busher, and Blaney are all battling for position right here. So yeah, once again, I did turn cautions on, so if there is an incident, we will get a yellow, but that's a big if. That's a big, big if. Meanwhile, let's go back and check in on our leader, Bubba Wallace. As he's getting held up by Alex Bowman now. Yeah, I wish, I know there's some software out there where you can get like one, you can like throw one manual caution per race, but I never got around to downloading that or figuring out how to use it, so that will be for a future time. For now, this is just going to be a 100% natural race. Flag to flag, if there's some yellows, we'll do yellows. The 2003 era. Double file restart rules. But yeah, we've already got like half the field a lap down. Chase Elliott is the next car looking to go a lap down. You know what? At lap, what are the 3 stages? 80, 80, and 90? No. Yes. Maybe? At the end of lap 80, we're going to end the race, and then we'll restart another 80 lap one. We'll basically do an 80 lap stage, an 80-ish lap stage, and then a 90 lap stage. 80 plus 80 is 160, plus 190 is 250. There we go. So I want some excitement, because we're gonna have like 2 cars on the lead lap by the end of this thing. And yeah, Bubba's just gone. He's pulling away from Truex, who's stuck there back behind a bunch of traffic. So at the end of lap 80, right here, we're going to put it out, aka stop the race. Then we're just going to restart a new one, and whoever's in a different position, we're just going to chalk that up to... Oh! Hold up! We might have a caution right here. We might have a natural caution. We do! Oh, how convenient was that? We'll keep it... Oh, yes, that's perfect. It was Kyle Larson. What happened? Alright, we will not be doing any... We'll let this play out naturally. We'll let this play out naturally. Oh, he blew an engine. Then he gets hooked by Eric Jones. That is unfortunate. So yeah, right when we're talking about a stage caution, there's a wreck. Hey, you can see the engine just goes on Larson. One of the favorites for the race is out. You hate to see it. And out of like the dirt boys, you got Christopher Bell, you got Chase Briscoe remaining. Speaking of Chase Briscoe, he just avoids that. Let's go on board with Eric Jones, who was the one that got into the back of Larson here. Yep, his engine just goes, and boom. Alright, looks like everyone's coming into the pits. Where's Bubba? Did he pit already? Did he pit already? What's going on with Bubba? Yeah, he pitted already. Okay. Okay. Alright, so after the round of pit stops, looks like Eric Almirola is in the second place. And we're going to have classic dirt rules. We're going to have these guys on the inside fighting for their lap back. Alright, so it's going to be a little confusing because we're going to have like half the field about a lap down. Alright, so the bottom half of the field is a lap down. Or everyone on the inside line, and then the top half is on the lead lap. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot more cautions here. Alright, so we got Bubba in the lead, Truex in second, Kurt Busch in third. All those cars on the inside line are a lap down, fighting to get back on the lead lap. 2003 style double file restart rules. And meanwhile, Harvick's going 3 wide to get his lap back. Once again, if you're wondering who's all on the lead lap and who isn't, just look at the ticker. Right now it's between Bubba and Kurt Busch. So if a caution comes out now, all these cars that are ahead of the leader will get to circle around to the tail end of the lead lap. So Kurt Busch is now into the lead. You got Bubba still right behind him. Then you got Harvick, Keselowski, Elliott, and Bowman just ahead of the leaders, barely on the lead lap, who have successfully gotten back onto the lead lap after that caution, and will be able to do so as long as the caution comes out before they get passed by the leaders again. Stenhouse gets past the leaders. Now it's a battle between Chris Buescher and it's between these four: Buescher, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, and Bubba Wallace. Those are the top four. 17, 18, 1, 23. Those are the 4 cars battling for the lead. So Buescher into the lead. I know this is really confusing with all the cars being a lap down. I'm thinking maybe with 100 to go, I'm just going to restart a race and just do 100 to go. Get everyone back on the lead lap. Everyone gets a wave around. Everyone gets a lucky dog. Everyone gets a fresh car. Or we'll take out Larson. We'll take out any cars that are wrecked by then. Yeah, I want an exciting finish, and that means getting everyone back on the lead lap and having like a 100-lap shootout. So meanwhile, it's between Bubba and Kyle Busch. Actually, should I even restart if this is how the lead changes keeps being? So now Bubba back into the lead, and now Kyle and Kurt fighting for second. Bowman and Keselowski barely on the lead lap. Oh, here comes Kurt Busch trying to get the lead back. And he does. What happened to, Oh, yeah, Chase Elliott went way back. So the only two now that are remaining on the lead lap after that restart are the 2 and the 48, but the 48's about to get passed again. So Kurt Busch back into the lead, and now he's got a lap car advantage between him and second place. Second place side by side. Martin Truex Jr. and Bubba Wallace stuck behind the lap car of Alex Bowman. Truex finally able to get around him. So yeah, I think we'll just, unless it looks like it's going to be super boring like in 50 laps, we'll let this play out organically. This is actually between the caution and the lead changes, the battles amongst the lap cars. So it is Kurt, Truex, Kyle, Bubba, and Chris Buescher. That is the top 5 as it stands right now. We currently have 11 cars on the lead lap. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to restart because some cars might be in different paint schemes and then that'll look silly. So, we'll just let this play out naturally. Hopefully we'll get a few more cautions. And Truex Jr. back into the lead. And if anyone's wondering if I've touched anything with this track INI file, I have not. This is exactly as you download. I take that back. The max default laps is 200. I cranked up to 250. But as far as like the actual track settings itself, I have not touched a single thing. So now Truex back into the lead. Led a good portion earlier in the race. We have Kurt and Kyle side by side for second. Kyle into second place. So Keselowski, he's just praying for a caution right now before Truex gets past him. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like he's going to get passed right around here. And that will be the end of Keselowski's hopes of trying to stay on the lead lap. Bubba just passed Kurt Busch into third place. He's challenging Kyle for second. 23 looking underneath the 18. Looks like he might make the pass. Kyle's going to have a little bit of a run on the outside here. Bubba makes the pass. Bubba Wallace back into second place. Looks like he's easily going to get around the lap car of Keselowski. That should allow him to track down Truex uninterrupted. So yeah, Kyle Busch is in third place. Keselowski is a lap down. Just remember that. Keselowski is not in third place. Speaking of lap down, it's going to be a little bit before we start lapping some more cars here. Oh, Bubba looking to the inside of Truex. Truex goes up high. We have had a lot of lead changes here. Not quite there yet, but Bubba, if the inside continues to prevail, he is going to go on through And he does. So Bubba Wallace Jr. into the lead. Let's take a look out at his rear bumper. Once again, Keselowski back there is a lap down. Kyle Busch is the third place car. You can see all the cars that are on the lead lap on the ticker that are all racing for position. All right, so we're quickly approaching the halfway point of this race. So now Kyle is able to get by Keselowski back there. So now the top three have no one separating each other. No lappers, that is. Just each other. Meanwhile, they're catching up on the Rick Ware racing cars, Chastain, all cars that are already a lap down. Where's Stenhouse? Stenhouse is one lap down in 13th. All right, here is the battle for the lead as they're catching lap traffic. These are cars that are already a lap down. Bubba's going to go wide here, it looks like. We got Truex Jr. peeking underneath. Ooh, who led that lap? That was close. Oh, Truex just barely. But says the split time for the lap led was 0.00. All right, so Truex is going to get underneath the Rick Roy racing cars. Bubba's going to follow suit. So now it's going to be a game of navigating lap traffic. As dirt races are allowed. Oh, he almost hooked Joey Gase right there. Truex looked 3 wide for a second. He thought better of it. Now he's going to get underneath Joey Gase. Bubba's able to get underneath the 42 cleanly. If he can get underneath the 53 cleanly here, that should keep him somewhat within reach of Truex. All right, so this next lap being completed will be the halfway point. So Suarez is about to go another lap down. All right, we are halfway complete with this race. Truex continues to lead, but Kurt Busch's look strong, Kyle Busch's look strong, and especially Bubba Wallace. He could easily take this thing. Don't look now, he's continuing to reel Truex back in as Truex is getting held up by his fellow Bass Pro Shops car. If Dylan stays high right there, Bubba's going to peek underneath. Yeah, Bubba got by Austin Dillon way cleaner than Truex did. Now here's Eric Jones. All these cars are already a lap down. The next car that's on the lead lap is Chase Briscoe. We've currently got 10 cars on the lead lap with 130 laps to go. Oh, Bubba going wide. So you can try to cut underneath him. Do the little crossover. Bubba could easily take this thing. So 120 laps to go. We got 10 cars on the lead lap. It's taken them a little bit to catch Chase Briscoe, who is currently the last car on the lead lap, because between all the battles for the lead and constantly navigating through the lap traffic, it's taken them a little bit to close in on the tail end of the rest of the cars remaining on the lead lap. Truex is going to put Cody, 'Cody' 'Ware' Ware' 'Cody' 'Ware' 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 'C Ooh, Bubba gets held up on Cody Ware a little bit. He's able to get underneath him there. He's able to get underneath Cody Ware there. Let's take a wide view around. A little spectator cam, if you will. So you can see Truex working his way under Corey LaJoie. LaJoie. Or LaJoie, as us Americans pronounce it. Bubba's able to get underneath him as well. So the 22 got passed by the 14. The 22 is now the last car on the lead lap. So it's still between the 19 and the 23. The 1 and the 18 and the 17 are all still within striking distance. It's not really too many other cars in contention beyond that. Newman is in 6th place. The 6th car in 6th place. Meanwhile, these cars like Joey Logano, Chase Briscoe, Matt DiBenedetto have got to be praying for another caution right about now before they get too close to going a lap down and falling off of the lead lap. Here comes Bubba Wallace. Looking under Truex. It's going to be the battle for the lead coming off the turn here. Truex leads that lap, but Bubba still has the advantage on the bottom, and he gets clear him. And Bubba is clear, and he starts to pull away a little bit. Now let's see how cleanly he can get by the lap car of Cole Custer coming up here. So Cole Custer trying to avoid going another lap down. Doesn't look like he's going to. Unless we get a caution here soon. We've already had a blown engine in Kyle Larson. A very big upset in the blown engine of Kyle Larson. One of the favorites for this race. One of the dirt boys. Along with Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe. And Cole Custer gets put another lap down. Bubba Wallace continues to lead laps here. Coming up on 100 to go. About 107 away. 107 remaining. This has been a nail-biter between Bubba Wallace and Martin Truex Jr. Two drivers, although very talented and fan favorites. I don't know if anyone quite expected any of these two to maybe be favorites to win this particular race. But you never know. You never know what can happen at Bristol, regardless of what's on the surface. Whether it's concrete, asphalt, or clay. You never know who can come away with a victory. Meanwhile, Bubba Wallace is closing in on putting our Daytona 500 champion of this year, Michael McDowell, another lap down. Michael McDowell in the 34 car. Let's go on board with Bubba for a few laps. Right on board with Truex as he tries to close him down. 102 laps remaining this time by. And yeah, we're clicking these away fast. As long as we're staying green. Only had one caution this whole race. Joey Logano up there is at risk of going a lap down. They got to be praying for a caution right about now. Michael McDowell is a lap down, or 2 laps down now, at least. Alright, so Joey Logano is the next car on the lead lap. The last car on the lead lap, I should say. So Joey's got to be praying for a caution. He's going to have any chance of winning this thing. Another blown engine, a crash, debris, something. Ross Chastain looks like he's going to go another lap down. Logano, he's doing everything he can to try to stay in front of that 23. Oh, is Bubba going to put him 3 wide? Oh, what a move. What a move by the 23 to put Joey a lap down. Bubba is proving that he is here to win. And he is not going to hold back with anyone. Oh! And Eric Almirola coming into the pits. What's going on with him? He's able to get off the track. Some sort of issues with the 10, but... Alright, let's watch his speedometer here. He... Normal, normal, normal. Then right here, he just never gets up to speed. Problems for the 10 going down the front straightaway, but he's able to get off the track and pit before a caution comes out. So we remain green. It's the last thing Bubba wants to see. With him out front continuing to put people a lap down. Chase Briscoe is the next car. The last car on the lead lap in the 14. So you can see those 9 cars on the lead lap on the ticker. Austin Dillon about to go another lap down. Is that Almirola coming out of the pits again? Oh, it's the 1 in the pits. Oh! Kurt Busch. One of the favorites. Are we approaching green flag pit stops? Is that what's going on? Are people starting to get low on fuel? Because it was right around lap 80 when we had that caution. So this is right around the same window that we were at before that caution came out. Are we just having multiple cars with issues? Or are we starting to approach green flag stop time? There's Kurt Busch coming out of the pits. This is interesting. Very interesting. Bubba's just thinking, please no caution. So we got 7 cars remaining on the lead lap. This is going to be a truly old school throwback race with how few cars there's going to be on the lead lap by the end of this thing. All right, let's take a wide view and see if there's any more cars coming into the pits at all. We'll follow Bubba around the track. Still green. I don't see any other cars coming on pit road. It might have just been some fluke issues for the 1 and the 10 car. Interesting. Meanwhile, Truex remains about a second behind Bubba. 1.3 seconds that time. We are coming up on 75 laps to go. This race is counting down quickly. How do I get the Fox Sports 1 ticker? It's the Armory Digital tickers that are in that description. The link. Are there any cars that have pulled off aside from Larson? Nope. So it looks like the 1 car did a quick like splash and go. He's still in 18th, 2 laps down, but Almirola is 4 laps down. But I think Almirola was already 2 laps down to begin with before he pitted. That's why. Alright, so Truex kind of has only him and Stenhouse in between Bubba Wallace, and then The 23 has a lot of traffic in front of him. Yeah, Truex is closing in closer and closer each time. The tickers don't work, though. Is that another case of NR2003 producing dead links over time? Darn it. And here's Matt Benedetto going a lap down. All right, Matt Benedetto is a lap down. I'm not sure if anyone else is going to have to pit for fuel or something. I have no idea. I didn't do any like full I didn't do any full-length tests of this race. I kind of just put this together and went. So Blaney's going to be the next one to go a lap down in the 12 car. Bubba putting on a clinic. Showing that he's here to be a winner. And Truex Jr. is getting caught in lap traffic more and more. He's starting to fall back. He was a second behind Bubba not that long ago. Now he's over 2 seconds back. Got Cole Custer coming into the pits. And Brad Keselowski. Alright, I think we're gonna be doing a green flag pit stops here. So we have 3 cars into the pits on that lap. Here comes Bubba as well. Right as he is about to put Blaney a lap down, here comes Bubba into the pits. Now Bubba's got to pray there's no caution during the cycle of pit stops. Or any issues. We will follow. We will go on board with the leader. And they should make it to the end here. They should be able to make it to the end on fuel. Alright, that was a little bit slow of a stop because he had Blaney right in front of him. He might lose a little bit of time on that stop. And watch the caution light over there on the right side. Make sure that doesn't go on. Finish fueling up, Bubba. Oh no! Why was that pit stop taking so long for him? Alright, where's the 19? Alright, the 19 is into the pits now. Alright, so there goes Bubba. He's 1 lap down from Truex, who's in the lead. So once Truex comes out of the pits here, should see Bubba coming around shortly. Right there. Here's going to be the battle for the lead between the 19 and the 23. The 19 got a better pit stop. I thought the 23's pit stop looked a little slow there. So here's the battle right here. This is essentially the battle for the lead. Matt Benedetto trying to get back on the lap. On the lead lap. Bubba Wallace trying to take advantage. I know Kurt Busch hasn't pit yet. I think he's going to be a lap down now, since he just came out of the pits. And Bubba should have the lead right here. Oh, no. It's still saying Kurt Busch is in the lead. Interesting. Since Kurt Busch pit earlier, he is on the lead right now, about to put these guys a lap down. But I think I don't know if Kurt Busch is going to... I'm not sure if Kurt is going to make it the entire way on fuel. So basically, the 3 cars we're going to be watching is the 23, the 1, and the 19 for these last 65 laps. Because right now, Kurt Busch is technically in the lead. Truex Jr. is now a lap down, and Bubba is technically fighting to stay on the lead lap. But Bubba and Truex and all those other guys pitted about 10, 15 laps later than Kurt. I'm not sure if Kurt can make it to the end on fuel. Interesting. Dirt racing strategy. So watch Kurt. He is the leader. It's basically going to be if Kurt can hang on to fuel for these last 60-something laps, he played the ultimate strategy game. If not, it's going to come down to the 23 and the 19. The 23 is pulling away from the 19 now, so if the 1 runs out of fuel, it's going to be Bubba Wallace's race. But as of now, this is Kurt Busch's race to win. So he's playing the strategy game. We have literally 2 cars on the lead lap. Hey, we wanted some throwback races. How about some throwback race results and standings? All right, so Truex getting back on the lead lap, technically. Just powering underneath to Benedetto. So Truex is back on the lead lap since he's ahead of Kurt. So yeah, this is a very interesting strategy, how this race is all playing out. Meanwhile, Bubba's way up here. He's got to be devastated if Kurt ends up hanging on to this with enough fuel. Truex too, because both Truex and Bubba Wallace, Jesus, have just been just putting on a clinic on the rest of the field. So we just gotta wait to see how these last 50 laps play out, if there's any cautions or how the fuel plays out for each particular driver. Unless something crazy happens, this race's winner is gonna be the 1 of Kurt Busch, the 23 of Bubba Wallace, or the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Meanwhile, let's go back to our race leader, Kurt Busch, who's a little off the pace. You can see the Bubba and Truex are like naturally starting to catch him. Because yeah, look at that split time. They're closing in each lap. So can Kurt hang on to fuel? We'll have 50 laps to find out. Meanwhile, let's go back up and follow on board with Bubba Wallace. He doesn't want this to play out the strategy. He wants to catch the 1 car naturally under green here, and he is doing a pretty good job. He's putting away like a quarter or at least a half lap, like every single lap, or a second every single lap, excuse me. Yeah, look at that. Bubba's closing in. Even if Kurt has enough fuel, Bubba might just pass him under green. Got less than 50 laps to go. Now, I'm not sure if the 1 or the 23 would want a caution here, or if that would hurt them more than anything. But one thing's for sure, it would certainly make for an interesting finish. I know that much. So Bubba's now within 10 seconds of Kurt Busch. He's just catching him naturally under green. Kurt might be trying to go slow to conserve fuel. 9.46 seconds. You can see every single lap he's closing in. There's Bubba, and here we'll jump on board with our leader. Bubba's just a little bit more than a half a lap behind Kurt Busch, but he is gaining with each lap. Make no mistake, Bubba's closing in. Even if Kurt Busch is going like 75% throttle, trying to save on fuel, Bubba's catching. This is going to be interesting how this strategy plays out in the long run. We might have cars running out of gas in the closing laps. Yeah, Kurt just continues to be off the pace. Even if he's conserving fuel, he might be doing too much. Because Bubba's catching in pretty quickly. Quitty, there it is. That was me combining pretty and quickly. Quitty. So now Bubba's within 8 seconds. Yeah, Kurt might have to pick up the pace here if he's going to want to win this thing. Because even with the conserving of the fuel, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hold on. Just looking at the split time lap per lap. .74 that last time around. 7.46. Yeah, he's gaining at least a quarter of a second each lap. I'm trying to do the math. He might. This is going to be interesting how this plays out. Get your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. Bubba Wallace is now within 7 seconds. Let's go on with the 23. Let's go on board as we have 35 laps to go. Don't you miss pit strategy in NASCAR races? Something you never see anymore at the stages. 6.69, nice. And yeah, Bubba's about 4 seconds ahead of Truex. Bubba's on a mission to catch the one car. He's gonna dive it underneath Suarez here probably. Not quite. There we go. Oh, he is catching him. You can see Kurt right there in the turn. Starting to come into view. So Kurt is going so slow. The 17 has unlapped himself. Ryan Newman's about to do the same. Ryan Newman just unlapped himself. Where's Blaney? He'll be the next to do so if he's in position. Here's Blaney, but here's Bubba. Blaney's not going to unlap himself, I don't think. All right, let's... Less than 5 seconds. Less than 30 laps, less than 5 seconds. All right, so there is Bubba Wallace making a pass on Blaney. And here's Kurt, our race leader, who I believe is trying to conserve fuel to go the distance since he pitted about 10, 15 laps earlier than all these other cars. Oh, Bubba's going to catch him. He's going to catch him, no problem. Now can Bubba hang on fuel? That's the question. 27 laps to go for Kurt. Just desperately trying to hang on. His crew chief's got to be telling him to get going. Because whether we're going to be short on fuel now or you're going to lose if you keep up that pace. Oh, yeah. There's Kurt and there's Bubba Wallace. So he's now within sight. You can see him up there right in the turn, right in front of McDowell. 25 laps to go this time. And yeah, Truex, he must have had to pit because he's fallen back. You can see Truex on the split time, he's a lap down. Oh, we got cars coming into the pits again. No way. Are we going to have another round of pit stops right at the end? No way. Alright, Bubba is within 2 seconds of Kurt. You can see the 23, and you can see the Kurt. There it is. The leader right down there. 21 laps to go. We're not sure if these guys are going to be able to make it on fuel. Austin Dillon into the pits again. Oh no, he's coming out of the pits this time. These leaders might have to pit again. The battle for the lead is within a second for the first time in a while. So now this is where the fuel strategy. We're going to see how this plays out. 18 laps to go. And right here is the pass for the lead. Bubba Wallace back into the lead with 17 laps to go. But does he have enough fuel? Is he going to have to pit within like 15 to go? Bubba's just got to be praying that his crew chief did the math correctly. Meanwhile, we got Roush Fenway with a strong showing. We got both cars in the top 5 right now. Chris Buescher in 3rd place and Ryan Newman in 4th place. So I haven't seen too many cars coming into the pits yet. I think it was just Austin Dillon. 14 laps to go for the 23. And the one continues to drop back because he's conserving. The 23 is definitely not conserving. So what do you guys think Bubba can hang on for the win? See you later, Who Am You? Thanks for stopping in over on Twitch. Oh, I'm getting nervous. I don't know about you guys. Well, with less than a dozen laps to go in the fuel strategy game, we're not sure how it's going to play out. Let's go on board with Air Spanky as we ride on board with Darrell Wallace Jr., a.k.a. Bubba Wallace, driver of the 2311 Racing number 23 car, as he completes 10 to go. It's held up by these two lappers. That might actually help him a little bit. Just coast on fuel. Even though he doesn't probably want to. 9 laps to go. Can he get underneath Almirola there? He's going to continue to hold him up. All right, hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. Or don't hold your breath too long, I should say. There's Kurt still in second place back there. Still trying to conserve. Bubba has just been going. Just no. He's not holding anything back in these closing laps. He's saying, I'm going to win this race or I'll run out of fuel trying. 6 laps to go. He's just got to be praying his crew chief did the math correctly. Alright, and Bubba rounds the corner. 5 laps to go for the number 23 car. Bubba Wallace. Truex is out. Oh, out with a tire issue. Yeah, wow. Holy crap. One of like the top 3 drivers all day. Led a lot of laps. Is out with a mechanical issue. We got less than 5 laps to go. Bubba Wallace rounding the corner. He's just got to coast these last 3 laps. 3 laps to go for the number 23 car. If he runs out of fuel, it's going to be Kurt's to steal. But I'm not sure if he's going to run out of fuel in these last 2 laps. I don't think he will. 1.5 laps to go for Bubba Wallace. Is he going to hang on to it? He's just got to coast. White flag for Darrell Wallace Jr. About to pick up his first win in the NASCAR Cup Series at Dirt Bristol, of all places. And he rounds turns 3 and 4. Bubba Wallace Jr. Darrell Wallace Jr., Bubba Wallace, whatever you want to call him, brings home the checkered flag. How about that? What a race. What a fuel strategy at the end. It was nail biting having Bubba close him down, close down Kurt from all those laps back. And wonder if he was going to have enough fuel to make it to the end. What a race. Show some muscle at Bristol Dirt. Heck yeah. We're going to grab his car real quick. Do some victory celebrations at the test at the track ourselves. How about that? Oh. Never mind. I forgot to recalibrate my wheel, so we're going to be doing that later. We'll do that some other time. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Appreciate the support, the viewership. Hopefully that was enjoyable and entertaining for y'all. Hopefully that comes true on Sunday. That'd be awesome if we get to see Bubba pick up his first win. And, yeah. So, thank you all for tuning in. Little quick closing statements here before I go. I apologize that my streams and videos have been a little bit more scattered apart than usual. Been very busy in my professional and personal life. I know I've announced it many times, so I've never had like an official video, but I've said it on streams and stuff. But I got a job with Flow Racing like at the beginning of last year. And at the start of this year, I just got booked a bunch of gigs. So yeah, all the races are coming up very soon. The first one was actually supposed to be literally tonight and tomorrow night, but there was rain in the LaSalle, Illinois area, and they postponed the event. So figured I'd do a stream for you guys, but I appreciate all the support from each and every one of you. Thanks, Ben Pye earlier for those super chats. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know when I'll be live again next. I can pretty much guarantee you it won't be as long as the previous gap since my last live stream. Once again, I apologize for that. I love streaming for you guys, but just so much little time these days, or so little free time these days. But I digress. Thanks for being there, each and every one of you. Hope to see you all next time. Until then, hope you all have a great rest of your night. Enjoy watching the Bristol Dirt Race. It's Bristol, baby. Hell yeah. Have a good night, guys. Peace.